Alright, I swear, this is like the final time that I'm gonna reboot my Gotham TV show and the Goth-Verse as a whole. The Superman series that Comics Kid did is still gonna be in the Goth-Verse. I'm not rebooting that because that was awesome. I feel like every time I do a Gotham series, I feel like I look back at it and I see some past things that I think that I shouldn't have done, so I change them all the time. But this time, the season is hopefully going to be better, and I swear this is the last time that I'm going to reboot it. And I'm going to continue with this, never mind what happens. So, the series is basically, this season 1 is going to be very much Batman Year 1 based. It's going to be about Bruce Wayne returning after being gone for 7 years, and he's going to be taking down criminals. He's going to be so he returns after being gone for 7 years, and so some other characters, some other good characters we're going to be introduced to in season 1 is Alfred Pennyworth, who we'll find out Bruce is Batman in the end of episode 2. Rachel Dawes, actually her name is Kathy Kane in this, but she'll be a Rachel Dawes type character. Tommy Elliott, who we'll find out Bruce is Batman in episode 18. Jim Gordon, who's going to have this cop dynamic with Batman. Initially, he doesn't really like Batman because from episodes 1 to 10, he doesn't really like Batman. He's kind of skeptical of Batman. But from episode 10 to 24, we'll get to see him and Batman kind of develop a relationship. And then we have Barbara Gordon, who is going to be like a Felicity Smoke type character for season 1. And you may be thinking, oh, I thought you hated Felicity Smoke. I did, but I thought she was okay in season 1 and 2. So I want Barbara to kind of be like a Felicity Smoke type character for season 1, where she helps the team, Batman's team being a hacker and stuff like that, and she finds out Bruce is Batman in episode 14. So then we have Jim Gordon's wife, whose name is also Barbara Gordon, but to avoid confusion in this series, her name is just going to be Vanessa Gordon instead, just to avoid confusion with the two characters. And when Jim says like something about Barbara, so just so we know which Barbara he's talking about, and it couldn't just be either Barbara. So Jim Gordon's wife is Vanessa, and his daughter is Barbara Gordon. Just remember that. So then there's Sarah Essen, and yes, it will be kind of like in Batman Year 1, how, there's this love triangle between Sarah Essen, Barbara Gordon, and, in this case, Vanessa Gordon and Jim. So there will also be this in this season with Jim, Vanessa, and Sarah, which is going to be really cool. But in episode 10, Bruce ends his thing with Sarah. He starts his thing with Sarah in episode 7, and he ends it in episode 10, and he admits to Vanessa what he did with Barbara. So Vanessa leaves in episode 10. The end of it, Vanessa leaves Gotham for a while. And then we also introduced to Lucius Fox, who will not be the guy who makes all of Bruce Wayne's gadgets for Batman in this season. He will just be the guy that runs Wayne Enterprises. He will not make any gadgets for Bruce. He won't even find out that Bruce is Batman this season, but he will be running and being the CEO of Wayne Enterprises, which is his role this season. Then there is Harvey Dent, who will have a very minor role this season. He will just kind of be like, every time we need a DA to be there, a district attorney, we'll just have him be there. That's basically his role this season, but his role will be greatly improved in season 2. And then there's Harvey Bullock, and you may be saying, Harvey Bullock is not a good character. He is corrupt. And for some of the season, he will be corrupt, but throughout the season, he will be infected by Gordon and kind of become better and better, and in the end of the season, he won't be corrupt anymore at all, but he'll still be kind of rough on criminals. And then there is Harold Alnut, the final good character, who we'll find out that Bruce is Batman in episode 6, and he won't have, like, that big of a role this season either. He'll kind of just be there whenever Bruce needs to, like, get some gadgets. Harold will come and he'll say, like, here, Bruce, have some gadgets. He'll give Bruce gadgets like the Batmobile, the grapple hook, the batarangs. He'll make all of that stuff for Batman. So now we're getting into characters who are going to be, like, corrupt this season, like, the corrupt characters. And one of them is Commissioner Loeb. Then there is Arnold Flass, who's also going to be corrupt. And, of course, there's Harvey Bullock for a little bit. Some villains will be introduced to this season are Deadshot, Roman Sionis, and the Red Hood Gang. And yes, we will see this season, or the scene where the Joker is clinging onto that thing in Ace Chemicals and he falls down. Batman knocks him into the chemicals, and we see him in the end of episode 6 emerge as the Joker. And yes, the Joker is going to be the main villain of the first season, and basically his goal this season is to, in the finale, spread his laughing gas throughout all of Gotham City, to basically try and infect Gotham City with his madness and getting challenged by Batman along the way. And his goal this season is to drive Batman insane and try to just make him crazy. In episode 7, we'll be introduced to Catwoman, and basically, meanwhile, Bruce begins meeting Catwoman and fighting her and all that stuff. And meanwhile, Bruce meets Selina Kyle, and in the end of episode 7, Bruce and Selina Kyle find out that each other are Batman and Catwoman, and basically in episode 8, it's all about those two are fighting as like a crime-fighting couple, but Catwoman decides to like steal stuff on a lot of their missions, and Bruce is like, hell no, and then they fight, and in the end of episode 8, Catwoman manages to escape. Another villain Batman will deal with this season is the Penguin, who is basically just going to do his usual stuff, smuggling drugs and weapons into the city. Also, he'll deal with the Royal Flush Gang, Count Vertigo, the Scarecrow, the Riddler, and Rupert Thorne. And in episode 18, the Joker is actually going to kill Sarah Essen. There are also 2 other characters who we are going to be introduced to, and those 2 characters are Carmine Falcone and Roman Sionis. These 2 characters are basically, throughout the season, they're going to be having a mob war between each other, a gang war, and it's basically just there to fill in time, like, if they're, like, every episode has to be, like, 40 minutes, 42 minutes at least, and if there's, like, an episode that they can't get up to 42 minutes, just add a scene with Roman Sionis and Carmine Falcone. But in episode 22, these 2 will be coming face to face, and in episode 22, Carmine Falcone will kill Roman Sionis, and he's gonna die. So rip Roman Sionis, and Carmine Falcone is going to be retiring as a mobster in episode 23. So that's how their gang war will end. But back to the Joker here. In episode 23, Joker will spread his laughing gas throughout Gotham, and it's up to Batman to stop him. So in episode 24, Batman comes face to face with Joker, and he beats up Joker. And Joker, he's like, kill me, kill me. But Batman, he's like, no, I won't. And then he punches Joker in the face, throws him off the building. Joker's laughing. Batman pulls him up with the grapple gun again and says, I won't kill you, because it's not the right thing to do, just something more badass than that. And then Jim Gordon and Harvey Bullock arrive, and Joker is arrested. But in the finale, Tommy Elliott is going to get killed by the Joker, and he's going to die, and him and Bruce are going to make amends before he dies. But how did you enjoy my new rebooted version of Gotham? Next episode should be out very soon. So, do you like it, or do you hate it? Leave some ideas in the comments, because I love taking ideas from you guys, putting it into this series. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.